We're going live early, friends. I see you now.
Yeah, it literally froze trying to do the whatever it does.
That's all right. We got it figured out.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Did Chris come back from ice fishing?
No, he did not. But Rowan chose to go to bed by himself. Like, I don't know, 15 minutes ago or so. He's like, Mom, I am tired. I think I'm going to go to sleep. Like, okay, cool. Hello.
Hello.
Bambi Sophia. All right, we're going to open the live. Oh, turn off the sound. We don't want that. Hey, it's the lion.
Hello.
I'm going to go ahead and edit it now before we share it. See.
Sounds like a plan. Alright guys, this is the first live of the market prepping for the Ohio State Fair. Like, what are things we need? I particularly need mice. I think I've only got 3 on there. So
I need lots of things.
Well, that's because you make a lot of things, but
yeah, and I have a lot of markets too. So I'm not good at, I guess, compartmentalizing of like, okay, this is for the fair and this is for this and this.
you need my brain for that.
Yeah. I'm not good with that. Like I can't hold stuff back. You know?
I mean, it would be easier to, like, if I wasn't only doing, like, 4 markets this year. 4.
True.
Alright, I've got 3 on the list. I'm going to make 7 tonight. That's the goal.
Fingers crossed. Sunday Funday crochet with Haley. Hi DJ. We're doing well. I love me a fizzy drink. Sunday crochet with Haley. Market prep.
I've got some sweet tea.
It's not fizzy.
I don't need the fizzy right now.
I do. Coffee.
And I've also got my water. So
I have a water nearby. Not the same, but
yeah.
oh my gosh, if I could quit hitting the capital or the caps lock. Baby leggy frogs are what I'm making tonight. Chubby Mike. That's by Cluck and Buzz, right?
Yes.
These been starting to make YouTube videos.
Yes, they are.
Crochet. Yeah.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Fly, so live. Done. Not made for kids. Me. I think we got it. Save. And then go back to it.
Hey
There we
guys,
go.
don't forget to like the live. That'd be great.
Yes, please. Now we will share it. Announcement. Everyone. Hi,
Hello,
Christopher.
Christopher.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. That makes me think of Elvis.
Yep.
It was one of those things that kind of hit me after. I'm like, wait a minute. All right, we got that. So Lion says, Haley, I love the rhino you made in your last video. I have it on my to make list.
For it to be an Instagram pattern, it's great. I will say, watch your bobbles. Because they have to be in a line. And if you watched my video, you know that my first one was off a little bit. My second one turned out a lot better. So just play around with the stitches.
Good to know.
Yeah. I mean, it's not bad or anything. It's just I had to watch my bobbles for the horns. But I will say this, for it to be a free Instagram pattern, it's not as quick as I thought it would be. For you, I don't know if it'd be worth for you to make it.
Me?
Yeah.
Maybe I need to open it up and give it a whirl.
You need to try it. At least try it once.
Hey, Burrito.
Hello.
Also, so I just recorded my January segment for my yarn usage. So that'll be a very short video, but I'm going to go ahead and upload it. And I'm very excited.
How much yarn do you end up using?
Well, wouldn't that defeat the purpose of the video? That is something you will just have to watch and find out.
It depends, because I've got to go back and watch Stacy's video. I didn't get to watch her video before getting on live, and I always watch the videos before getting on live.
Well, I feel like you're going to be able to catch up with that. I can't post it till at least tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, Nathalie.
My dinosaur roundup video is going to be coming out tomorrow.
Ooh.
Yes. So I'm excited about that.
Put that in there. Oh.
Alright, who's joining us in some market prep tonight? What you doing? What you working on? What you making?
All the important questions.
And more importantly, you have your beverage to stay hydrated, right?
I have a
I was
pop.
talking to you. I was talking to our friends in the chat.
My bad.
Because
Joe's
your drink does not keep you hydrated. It is a caffeinated drink.
makes me feel hydrated.
Okay.
It wets the whistle. Burrito's making scrunchies. Nathalie's making swing buddies. Alyssa's making a book sleeve. Hi, Angel.
Hello, Alyssa.
Christopher says, do you ever try to crochet with different materials? Um, in what capacity? Like, do I try to crochet with spaghetti or metal? No. But do we use a bunch of different types of feeling yarn? Yes. Like, we use cotton, we use chenille, we use blanket yarn, we use acrylic yarn. I think I've even used stretchy yarn at some point. I've crocheted with, like, the crochet thread. Oh my goodness. I'm so amused. My phone has been trying to, like, translate things. So I can see on the computer that Burrito put in the chat, "Blah ha 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 ha." But on my phone, it has like an Asian character with an A, and then it says "Wow!" exclamation point, which are not anywhere close to the same.
No. No, Christopher. I don't do wool.
No. I mean, there are yarns that are made with wool in them, but I learned a long time ago that they make me itchy. I have animal allergies, so I already pushed my limits with my cats and the dog.
Ditto.
Yeah.
And my eczema's real bad, so like if I was to introduce anything new, like if I get a really new skein of yarn and I pull it out of the package, my hands will get the itching.
That's annoying.
Because it hasn't had time to air out, so the packaging's just kept all the fibers in there, and it just makes my hand itchy. Makes my hand itchy just thinking about it.
Hi Erin.
Hello.
Angel says, I'm currently adding more pre-orders to my website and more plushies I forgot to add. Nice.
Nice.
Chris, you can crochet with things that are not yarn. You can crochet with anything that is long and thin. So I have chain, a cord. Is it good for the cord long term? No, but like you can crochet with it depending on how thin it is. I know I bought a 10-foot auxiliary cord for my car to like, plug into my car and plug into my phone because my van does not have Bluetooth. And I finger chained that cord to make it the length because I didn't need it 10 foot long. I mean, you can crochet with. You can take a seat for your bed and you can cut it into strips and you can crochet with that. They now they make t-shirt yarn now so that you don't really have to do that, but that's a good way to recycle something without having to throw it away or donate it or whatever, because there are a million sheets and stuff in the world. Thank you, Alyssa. I'm pinning that now. Hey, that's what I was thinking, DJ. I don't know why it was 10 foot long. They didn't have a shorter one in the store. I don't know why it was 10 foot because that is crazy. My hair is wild today.
I feel like you always say that.
Yeah, but some days it's more wild than others. Like, it's this right here. This specific piece does not know what it wants to do.
Okay, well, have you washed your hair in the last couple of days?
Yes.
How long?
Well, Friday night. No, yes. Because I washed it right before bed.
Okay, well, have you been sleeping on that one part?
They not sleep on my head.
Well, I'm just saying, I'll wake up one time and have like a real crinkle, and I'm like, where did that come from? Go away. And it's like right here, like the sides where my ears are, where I lay my head down. It's like the hair gets pushed up. That's why I hate going to bed with my hair wet.
I figured I would just try it because I already wasn't going to sleep for very long, and I knew I was not going to wake up early enough to wash my hair, but it needed washed. So, oh, thank you. Thank you. I'm glad you guys like the hair. I don't know. Like, because I slept on it, when I do sleep on it wet, I like pull my hair up like this on the pillow. So that's kind of how it dries, which is fine. But like, it's very voluminous on the top of my head, which feels weird. But then sleeping on my side, like, it feels very flat on the side of my head. I don't know. It's frustrating me. And I had it pulled back before I got on the live, but then it made me look like I had a full on like pixie cut with some strange bangs. And I'm like, that's not the look I'm going for today. But yes, as Brito said and Angel said, you can crochet with basically anything. Paracord, strips of plastic bags, ribbon, rope, all of it. With hair your length, Alyssa, you would have to sleep with it in a bun or something. I hate when my hair is long. Like, this is long to me, but I'm not strangling myself yet with it. Like, once it gets down to here, I cannot. I can't do it because it's everywhere. It ends up in my mouth. I feel like I'm gonna die because I wake up in the middle of the night and my hair's stuck somewhere. Like, it's a whole thing. Shame. I don't know how you do it. All of you girlies that have super long hair. Yeah, I definitely would not know it, Alyssa. She said she cut 3 inches off of her hair.
That don't surprise me.
You can't tell. Hello, Drum King. Thank you. Thanks for hanging out. What can we do? What colors do I have in Leggy Froggies? I think I have a mint green one and a blue one. I don't know.
Don't ask me. I don't know.
I don't keep track of the colors that I have. I mean, I have a picture on my phone, but White Girl Magic. Oh, okay. Thanks, Angel. I don't know what he said, but thanks. We'll just pull off the top of the bag here. No, I need legit science stuff. Yeah, we're not doing that though. Hey, why did listen, please don't post it again. If you post it again, I'm just gonna have to remove you and it's a whole thing. So thank you. Thank you, Christopher. Drum King says, my mom crocheted an Afghan for me right before she passed. This is a great channel. I hope you cherish that blanket forever. That's really sweet. Yeah, I know. It was posted and then, like, you removed it and then they posted it again. Thank you, Alyssa and Angel. Yep, lost the privilege. If I ask you not to post the question again and say we're not going to do that, why would you like dive deeper into it? That just seems silly. People are strange, and there's no need to come onto random people's lives and just like try to stir drama for no reason. Just seems to me like we're over here just being crochet ladies. Right. No need to talk about it. Like, who cares either?
I wasn't paying attention, so I don't care.
That's all right. Yesterday's market was better than last weekend. I sold more than 2 things. But last weekend I paid $25 for the space. This weekend I paid $40 for the space. Last weekend I sold 2 things. This weekend I sold 16 things. So realistically, not a ton of things. But I did go live while we were at the market, and some guy that was hanging out in the chat dropped 2 $20 super chats, which was very cool. So it was a better day than most. And I got Taco Bell for dinner. I got to have a dedicated day to just sit and finish whips. That's right, Trent Stanley. He'll be here soon. I told him earlier we were going live at 8, and then we went live earlier. So, but there was something else I was going to say. But I was also able to bring home 2 creatures to feed the mice, or feed the snakes, I mean. DJ's trying to decide tacos, homemade pizza, or Hawaiian roll, ham and Swiss sliders. Ooh, I would go with the last because it's been a long time. I know, that was so nice of him. It was very cool. Taco Bell is really good. I really like their cantina options. I usually get a cantina burrito and a cantina quesadilla. I was able to eat half of the quesadilla, and then Archer stole the rest when I got home. So there was that. But they put the wrong lid on my cup. It didn't fit. So when I went to take a drink of it, like, I do instinctively tip the cup a little bit, and it freaking poured root beer all down the front of my shirt. It was great. It was so fun. Erin studied for her MTEL hard and managed to crochet 10 tiny rabbits. Good job, Erin. Good job.
Yeah, good luck tomorrow, dude.
Gosh, is it tomorrow already?
Yeah. But she said she was taking it on her day off, and we have a PD day tomorrow. We're not off tomorrow.
Right. See, Our school did the opposite. Tomorrow is their day off. Like it's a holiday. And Friday they had a PD day, basically.
See, that's where you've taken me wrong. We don't do that day at my school. We don't get President's Day.
No, I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, our school took it as a holiday.
Yeah. That's smart. Vicksburg was supposed to be out 2 days, and they have to go back Tuesday, so they'll get Monday. But I don't know if teachers are actually going to get that day. I don't know if it's a PD day or not. You know, we have to have so many of them days a year.
Right.
Just stupid.
Alyssa says tomorrow is a holiday for your school. Why? I would imagine that Canada is not celebrating President's Day. Hey, Molly.
Hello.
Burrito is off tomorrow. I know a lot of businesses do close on President's Day.
Yep.
You call it Family Day.
Yeah. I remember Ghost saying that there were businesses that were closed, but I knew it wasn't President's Day, so I didn't know what day she called it.
Interesting. Natalie, I didn't remember that you were in Canada. You probably told me before, and I just did not remember. Christopher, yes. It is usually very relaxing to crochet. Yeah. Burrito says she loves the chalupa. Angel has a fireplace, but no firewood. It's too warm for fire inside now. I mean, maybe this week. It's 39 degrees right now.
We had rain come in, and it cooled us back down.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. Aaron taking it on Tuesday. It's February break for you guys. You have the whole week off. Dang.
Well, I knew it was soon. I knew she was taking it this week. Well, anyways, girl, good luck.
That's right. Angel said it made it to 58 degrees today. That's super cool. I had no idea what the temperature got to today.
Cat slept most of the day.
Yeah. I don't understand. I was very tired today. And I was awake at like 11 this morning.
For an hour and a half.
I was gonna
Because
say
I texted you.
Yeah, I was gonna say for probably an hour, 2 hours, something like that. I don't know. And then I got hit all of a sudden super tired and I laid back down. And the next thing I knew, it was 4 o'clock. I'm like, because I looked at my phone and Haley sent another text like, "Are you dead again?" like, like I'm alive. I'm alive again. Goodness. You know, a lot of schools will take off Molly the day before Valentine's Day. But I don't know. Ooh, Alyssa's getting paid to crochet and clean her room tomorrow. That's nice. Well, Christopher, howdy, neighbor. I'm in Pennsylvania, not in Ohio, but we're neighbors. Come see us at the state fair this year. We'll be at the Ohio State Fair. Molly got some barn cleaning done today. It'll be 65 on Wednesday. What? Yep, that's fair, Molly. I can understand that. Oh. Sorry, I put the crochet back down because I feel like I need to review my little puppy pattern here because I'm not sure if I'm a stitch too short or not.
Do what?
My froggies. I'm not sure if I'm a stitch too short. I'm not. Okay, I got it. You travel to Gettysburg every July. Love Pennsylvania. I love Pennsylvania sometimes. That is right. Don't forget to like the live, people, and subscribe. Mine and Haley's, please. We just hit 2.6K on the channel, which is super cool. Come on, get in there.
Well, apparently, Stacy and April are going to have another retreat.
Oh, I haven't seen anything about that yet.
There hadn't been. So, I only know this because I watched April's video on Friday, and she mentioned a retreat. She said, I'm going to go get to see my bestie. Who's your bestie? Stacy. Duh. So I'm wondering if she's in that first group chat, those people who went on the first retreat and just hasn't said anything about it being public yet.
Nice.
Because this is the first summer with a grandbaby. I don't know if she's actually planning on being too far off from her grandbaby.
Right.
Not that I can go anyways.
That's fair. That is fair. That's all right. We'll have our own retreat. Just us.
Yep. I'm excited for you to come down.
Me too. Me too. I'm so excited. Thank you for subscribing, Christopher. Definitely, come hang out. Okay. When do you head down? The second week of March.
On the 8th.
Yeah, that day. You're about an hour away from Pittsburgh now. If you're only an hour away from Pittsburgh, you're probably only an hour away from me. Hi, Chad. Definitely a small world. I've been in Pennsylvania for most of my life, and I don't think I've ever been to Gettysburg. Ever. amazing, peaceful chat, gals. Love chatting and just listening. Thank you. Appreciate that. It's a good historical place. Take your boys there. I went to Williamsburg, Virginia as well. What happened in Williamsburg? You're right. I should. I should do that sometime. That is the goal. The goal is traveling more, doing more things.
Yeah, I think I got Cat pretty much booked up this year, though.
Yeah, I'm not allowed to leave anymore. At least I assume.
Does he actually know all the days you're leaving?
Nope. To be fair, I did tell him a while ago that we were doing this. And even after saying that, like, nobody else was able to sign up, I did say that, like, you and I are still getting together, like, the same week. So he doesn't remember. That's on him.
Straight up.
Williamsburg is another Civil War area. Went to that little church where Washington Jefferson all attended. Interesting. It's a beautiful place. I love Virginia and all of Eastern US. The Eastern US really is. It's just beautiful. I don't think I've ever been to Virginia Beach. I have a freaking tongue blister and it hurts.
Cat, I have a question for you.
What?
What is a baby moon?
It is a vacation that you have prior to having a baby.
So that's what Brandon and Allie did. Guess where they went this weekend?
The beach.
No. They went to Chicago.
Why?
They went to visit the like Ralph Lauren baby store and like some other baby store, and I was like,
Okay.
for one, I can't say anything because my dad did buy me a Ralph Lauren, but the Ralph Lauren that we had, they actually had deals. The polo stores and stuff now, they don't have deals anymore. So like, I just was like, no.
Well, if I'm taking, a last hurrah before the baby comes, I'm probably not going somewhere specifically to shop for the baby.
Well, I don't think that they had planned. Well, at least Brandon. But I think that's where Allie wanted to go because, like, they like to go to all them places. And I'm like, why? Why?
Mm.
We don't have the same taste in vacation places. So the baby's first birthday, the beach and stuff, I better not hear one word come from them, or I'm going to tell them where they can shove it. Because that's the trip you're coming to. Like, you and the boys and Chris, all y'all are coming down.
They don't know that yet, but yeah.
Yeah, we're just going to hang out. So, because it's the one place you can go where you don't actually have to drive. Everything's within walking distance.
Mm-hmm.
That's the best thing about going to a little beach town. All the little souvenir shops, the little diners, all of that is in with walking distance.
Yeah. Christopher says Virginia Beach is amazing, and so is Ocean City, Maryland. What wonderful memories. Never been to Ocean City, Maryland, but to Deep Creek, Maryland. Like, what does MD stand for? Maryland. um, I think Ocean City is where we had our honeymoon. Pretty sure. It was a very, very pretty place.
Oh, I have a question for you. Do you eat crawfish?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know how to eat crawfish, like from a crawfish boil, but we have like, yeah, I eat shrimp and fried clams and stuff like that. Like,
No. Do you know what we call crawfish down in the South?
I forget.
Mud bugs.
Yes, that. Okay.
So I'm gonna tell you, they can be some nasty creatures when you're trying to peel and stuff. I asked that because we're gonna have shrimp and stuff, so don't freak out. But Cody, if you, Eva, Gregory, and Alana all come down for the shower, Cody was like, we may do a crawfish boil that weekend. I'm down.
I'll
That's
eat
what
all
we
the
can
other
do.
stuff in it.
I can't picture Cat eating crawfish. Oh my gosh, crawfish is so good. It's so good.
I don't know how to open it. Like, I don't eat crabs either. I eat crab meat that you can buy from the store, but I don't eat fresh crab because I don't know how to open it. I don't want to work to eat, okay?
Well, then you ain't gonna eat no crawfish.
Right? I'll just hand it to Chris and be like, open this for me. Well, I guess that
Kristen,
doesn't. You're right.
Kristen,
I was gonna say he's not gonna be there. Crap.
not unless you plan on bringing the boys that weekend, and I would not.
There ain't gonna be room. There, there wouldn't be room.
We can stick a cot in the bed in the
The
baby's room.
tub. That makes more sense.
I worry about you a whole lot. If I have not told you that recently.
Fine. Hi, Gray Man.
But I mean, realistically, that's if that's it, all four of you come. Like, that's when the house is gonna be full. But like, my best friend even texted me. She's like, "Where am I gonna stay?" I said, "We find a place for you somewhere."
Mm-hmm.
If we gotta get the air mattress out, we'll get the air mattress.
Right. I mean, if any of us craft show people, well, you got your canopy. Your canopy's got walls. It'll be warm. Pop it up outside. It'll be like camping.
I'm not making my best friend that I've known for 20 years sleep outside.
We could all sleep on the porch.
But realistically, she would only be here one night. She would probably come down Saturday, stay Saturday night, and then get up and cut out Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because she says, "I want to see your mama and papa, but I don't." I said, "No, you don't want to see mama and papa. Mama is great. Papa is asleep within 5 minutes of you talking to him." And she's like,
Right. You'll see him
"Yeah, I
nap.
don't know if I need to do that." So he's blind, he's helpless, he's grouchy. Like, no. You just need to leave the image you have of them in your head and don't come down and see them. They would love for you to see them, but Papa's just getting grouchier. She was like, how much grouchier can he get? Don't ask that question. You don't want the answer to.
You guys too big. Okay, don't lose it. Yeah. Okay. No. Aw, thanks. Something troll. Caprito? That's so sweet. Yes, the lion. I'm not saying that I wouldn't eat crawfish. I like seafood in general, so I assume that I would like it. My issue is like I don't like literally just in the last couple years I finally started to become okay with eating actual like you go to the bar and order chicken wings and not ordering boneless wings. And I would order boneless wings so that way I could eat them with a fork because I didn't want to get my hands messy. But just in a couple years, I've kind of gotten a little more used to it. It's annoying. I don't like it. But that's mostly my issue with eating certain things. Is I don't like to get messy to eat it. Hey, Macy. Christopher says blue crab is popular in Maryland. Angel says not me. No crawfish, crawdads, or crayfish. None. Says
Yeah, I
I
don't
had
know what y'all missing.
well, maybe the dirt your crawfish eat is different from the dirt our crawfish eat. I don't know.
I don't know. My mom does not even eat those. She's like, I don't eat nothing called a mud bug. And I was like, okay.
Fair. Angel says I had blue crab once. My dad loves blue crabs. Rayman is a pescatarian, only eats fish. Christopher, we use crawfish in Ohio to bait catfish, but never ate them. Louisiana love crawfish. Oh, my brother-in-law talks up crawfish all the time, and he calls them mud bugs. He used to live in Louisiana for years.
Telling y'all. But now I will say this. You've got to get past what the mud bugs is. Like, if you can get past them actually being muddy and, like, the messiness of them, if you can get past that, then you're good. But crawfish is our acquired taste. I will say that. You either like crawfish or you don't like crawfish. But now it was funny trying to watch Allie eat a crawfish. And I'm
like, what do you think?
y'all talk about how smart y'all are, but you struggling an awful lot.
I wouldn't know how to open it.
Okay, but if I gave you directions, pinch the head, pinch the tail, pull apart, take the end of it, pull it out, shell, you could do it.
Maybe.
If I gave you specific instructions, you could do it. She had to get Brandon to show the darn thing for her.
That's kind of where I'm at, Erin. Hey, Lisa. I don't know.
Kat, when you come down, we will go and eat crawfish somewhere.
Okay. Is it possible to get a side of crawfish? Like, in case I don't like it?
No.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. Cody was telling me good night.
Well, good night, Mr. Haley.
Oh, he done shut the door by now.
Well, maybe he heard me anyways. I don't know. We are working on Ohio State Fair prep stuff, kind of.
Kind of. I am.
I know you are. I am making things that I will eventually make for the Ohio State Fair. But realistically, this specific frog is going to sell long before the fair ever hit. So yeah, so I'm making my baby leggy froggies. She's making Pluck and Buzz's chubby mice.
Yeah. Mm.
But we were just talking about like eating crawfish. Have you ever had crawfish, Lisa? You've never had crawdads. Want to. Right, we call them crawdads too. Um I
You
don't
tell that to a Louisiana person, they're gonna be like,
a
"We
what?
don't call them that." You mean a
Everybody
mud bug, right? You mean that thing that comes out the mud hole, right? Oh, okay. Yeah.
ours like I feel like ours don't actually hide too much in the mud. Like they do, but they're mostly under rocks and stuff in our creeks.
That's the difference in mud texture. So down here in the south, we got that thick clay mud.
Yeah.
So you know where a crawfish is, like besides like, okay, if you were to be walking in your yard and you see a hole and you see like a like a little volcano is what they practically made because it's like a mud thing and they're down in the hole up at the top.
In
That
your yard?
mhm. Yeah, if you have a muddy yard, yeah, you have the right texture. Yes, yes, ma'am. Mm-hmm.
I wonder if they're kind of like if they're different. Like if they're realistically different. So ours don't leave the water, basically.
Ours tend to don't either, but ours, if you have muddy yards, and I'm not talking about raining and then it's muddy. No, 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 no. I'm talking about like realistically a year, all the mud.
Like it's a marsh, kind of.
Yeah, basically. So like if you have a pond in your backyard, you might see them. If you live next to a river, you might see them.
That is true, Angel. We did too, and I realized that as I was saying it, um, we
Yeah.
ultimately drove past a freaking crawfish that was crossing the road, and we had to stop and back up, and Chris rescued it, and we carried it with us until we were crossing over a bridge over French Creek, and tossed it out the window to put it in the river. You can only hope that it actually survived because we don't actually know what kind of trauma that would do on its tiny little body, but still. Mm. Cofrico, if I would not be mad if you bought me wings. My husband will probably want to eat some too, but you know. Macy finally felt like being in lives and stuff. I'm glad to be back. I haven't crocheted in forever. Girl, pick up the hook and give it a whirl. I know you I can't imagine what you're dealing with. I know that it's gotta be tough and you've got to try to get back into a new normal, right? School's been super stressful. Tomahawk steak for you with the most expensive wine. Listen, it does not matter how expensive the wine is. I'm not a wine drinker. It's yucky. Christopher says Ohio is not much of a seafood destination other than near Lake Erie, where perch is popular. We love small game like squirrels and rabbits in Ohio, which is very fair, very true. And we have some seafood places around here as well. But the hubby also just goes fishing and ice fishing, and he brings in his own perch. Lisa finally got her video up. Woo! Erin's finishing the rabbits. We'll have more to finish, tucking in the yarn ends, and we'll be done. Angel says Ohio is flat and boring, full of corn and soybeans. Same here. That's literally in my front yard in the growing season. Yes, Christopher. Ohio State Fair is popular. I haven't been there in years. You got to come see us this year. We set up last year at the fair. We had a whole booth inside the one air conditioned building. You should come see us. We have a different group this year. Well, some of the same people, but different group in person. Good night, Caprico.
Good night.
Angel says, never been to the Ohio State Fair. I'm going this year finally to scratch off my bucket list. Also to meet a few crocheters. Yes, Cat Brito, Mandy, and hopefully Molly one day. Yes. Molly does plan on coming out one day. That's big. But we don't know what day. Alyssa lives too far away from fresh water to get fresh fish or anything like that. Ooh. Lisa's happy to finally have her video done. DJ used to catch crawdads in Illinois and sell them when I was younger. Never ate one though. Chris says Wild Sunshine is a lot of my family members are from Eastern Kentucky and they still crochet a lot in this area. Even the younger generations are into this hobby and lifestyle. Yes, especially since COVID, crochet and other grandma hobbies have really taken off. Angel would rather have rolling hills. Alyssa says, I'm going to work on Erin and Mandy's patterns tomorrow. I forgot about Mandy's till I seen the pattern today. You feel bad. My other bluey sold this weekend. I don't know if Mandy's listening, but both of the blueys I made are gone. Rito says, oh, yay. And I'm officially caught up in the chat. Lisa says, Frito! Lisa! This is great. This is fun. Just a reminder to you guys watching the live, don't forget to like the live. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and Haley's both. And let us know what you're working on if you haven't said so yet. I agree, Alyssa. We definitely need a cafe hangout. Yes, Lisa. Yes, you do. Bring the whole family and come hang out at the fair. I'll finish my little froggy.
Nice. Is that your only one?
Yep. My hand actually feels a bit swollen tonight, so I'm kind of, taking it slow for that as well. Both of my hands, actually. I realized that earlier when we were on the phone. Christopher says, it's really nice to see you guys enjoying yourself and doing a productive hobby together, and I love watching. Thank you. Appreciate that. We try. There's nothing better than getting to make money doing something that you love doing.
Mm-hmm.
Lisa says, I'm not sure yet because of Chris's promotion. That's fair. Well, if Chris can't come, maybe have your mom or somebody come with you. Bring the kids and bring another adult. It is a big thing. Aaron needs to make both big leggy frogs and small leggy frogs. Yes. Know which of these colors I have. I agree, Lisa. I also don't like taking my kids places for the same reason. It's like I took Rowan with me to run errands the other day. And the first store, I took him inside. I told him ahead of time, you're not getting out of the car. You're not going to get out of the car. You don't listen when you do. And against my better judgment, I let him out of the car and I took him inside the first store. And of course, he runs all over the store and he thinks that he's going to hide behind the racks and stuff like that. So then I don't remember where I stopped in between, but then I had to go stop at another store and I did not bring him in. He knew that I was going to be spending more time in there. I left him in the car to watch How to Train Your Dragon. And I was in there for a while. And by the time that I come out, he was yelling at me because he was mad that I took so long in the store, that the store was mean, and that he was crying for me because he thought that I went in there and died. Straight up. I did not go in there and die, clearly, child. I'm right here for the whole thing. Yes, Lisa. You're not going to have me looking like a fool just because you don't want to listen. 100%. Definitely.
That was at our wedding. We were in the wedding reception, and someone was saying the prayer, and my best friend's one of Kelly's best friend's wife was standing there. I was next to her little boy, and he was taking that car, and it was dead silence. Vroom, and I said, "Shh, shh, 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 hang on." And I just grabbed his hand, and I just held it. You could just, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. I got this. And as soon as it was over, he's like, "Am I good now?" I'm like, "You're good now." And he was like, "Okay." I mean, he was 4.
Right.
Don't lose your cool in front of all these people, Mama. He's fine. He's completely all good. She was like, I was so embarrassed. I was like, he's fine.
I know during our wedding, Archer was not even, well, he had just turned 2. And he was the light of the party, he's toddling around, and why are they doing that? Why are they up there? What are they doing? It goes up to, Papa Bob and blah, 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 talking his ear off. And he goes up to his cousin Brandon and blah, 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 blah. Oh my gosh. Sometimes they just need a reminder from a random person, right? Yes, Aaron, the store was mean and I thought you died. For real. And so he said that about the store being mean because I told him that I told you it was going to take me a while. I had to take all the stuff off the shelf and then put all my stuff back on the shelf. So what he heard was that the store was mean because why didn't they clean off their own shelf? He thought that the store was making me clean it. But I was just taking my stuff off the shelf and putting my stuff back on the shelf. So I thought that was really amusing. Like, no, dude. Like, that does not make them mean. They did not make me do anything.
Well,
But
that's why.
I'm taking him in there. I'm not taking him in there. That is a freaking antique store. And this kid is a literal bull in a china shop.
So the same little boy, 3 years later, we had their gender reveal. Well, I remember from our wedding shower that he was one of the little boys that would go up and just grab a piece of fruit and run off. And so, like, I had plenty of fruit for the kids because I knew they were like me and love fruit. And she was like, he just wants more strawberries. He just wants. I'm like, let him eat it. It's fine. Don't get mad about it. At least he's choosing that over some chips.
Or cupcakes or whatever.
I'm talking about just it is what it is. Like, he's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he's the one I told you that we have the rules in the house for.
Yeah.
Because he can't have all the dyes and stuff like that. And I don't really like for the kids to come over and drink sodas and stuff anyways. Like once they hit 10, okay. I'm okay with it for a certain amount. But like you others,
No. These kids want to come in and drink pop and then they want to act like little nightmares.
Well, no, and here's the thing. If you come to my house, they're not going to their mama to ask for anything. They've learned real quickly. What did your mama tell you? I hadn't asked her yet. Well, I can't give you a yes if she hasn't given you a yes.
Mm-hmm.
But, go ask. She's busy talking. She's going to tell me to go away. I said, then go ask Dad. And then, if I see the parents, shoving the kids away, I'm like, hey, so-and-so, is it okay if they do? Oh, yeah, that's fine. It's okay. Come on. Then I have to help them out because I won't give them a yes or no unless I know that they've been told yes or no. Because they know at my house, we keep the snacks, we keep the good food. Like, I buy the name brand stuff because I don't have kids yet. So, one is on the way. But, at this time, I did not.
He only has some opinions so far.
Well, no, because I would want that. I would want my friend to do that same thing to me. What'd your mama say? I'm not giving you any sugar until your mama tells me I can.
Mm-hmm. You just reminded me that I've been telling Rowan all day that he's not allowed sugar. Like, he's not allowed candy today because of how he was behaving last night. So I will explain. But earlier, when we were on the phone, he come upstairs after being downstairs and brought me a peppermint patty. And I can't imagine that he brought me a peppermint patty if he didn't eat one himself. And I'm just now realizing this. Anyway, Angel says, well, I'm going to head off. Face and I play some games if you're done early. If we are done early. And you're still on, I'll hop back on. Okay. We'll see you later, Angel. We are probably going to be getting off of here at 10 tonight. Haley and I have been wanting to kind of backtrack it a little bit Sunday night. And did life let any of that happen? No, it did not. But we're going to try. Lisa says, I always tell my friends' kids, you got to ask first. Or if we're at a family house and they want a snack or something, they got to ask the person who lives there. Right. Because I'm not going to sit here, like, if they come up, Mom, can I have some pop? Well, I don't know. It's not my pop. Maybe you should go ask Uncle Frank if you can have some of his pop. But if he says, yeah, sure, then. Hi, Ria. Ria loves watching us crochet, especially while it's raining. It's the best. Is it raining where you live?
Huh?
I was asking Rio if it's raining where they live. Is it raining where you live?
Alright, Lisa says at Nora's birthday party, no one was getting up to get their kids food. I literally dished food. Everyone food. I handed it out, but like they aren't my kids, but they aren't gonna go hungry around me. Ooh. Say No. That's a no.
Yeah, that one's hard. It's like, please eat the food. Don't leave me with so much leftovers. Like, come eat food. Come up here and grab food.
Alright, Bama Boy says, thank you for watching Cat's Crafty Crochet Corner. Please remember to be respectful on the stream. Remember to like, subscribe, share her channel. Thank you. Hello, Lisa. Sorry, very delayed. Alyssa says, hey, Bama. Hi, AM. I don't know what that is.
That's what I would say.
And then Bama Boy is telling everybody hello.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hi. Yeah, we got on early tonight.
Yeah. That's why y'all gotta hit that notification bell.
That's right. Hello, Surrey. Yeah, I can tell that Celian has the notification bell on. She was in the chat before I ever shared it.
I have it set for it to notify me on my phone.
I assumed that you did, but I wouldn't know because you were already here.
Yeah, no, but I'm just saying, like, anytime you go live, like even if you go live, it will still send it to my phone, even though I'm on live with you.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
That's funny.
Yep. Because you gotta think about when you first go live, I'm not tagged.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, because even like when I choose to go live on my phone or like go through the process, if I go through and I do tag your name in it, it still doesn't actually tag it until I go in and fix it on the computer. Like, this is annoying. Like, it'll just say your name, but it's not clickable or anything. Surrey says, what are your kids doing? One of them is sleeping, and the other one, if they're not home yet, I haven't heard them. They're fishing with their dad. Yeah. Technically, Bama, you are an hour and 14 minutes late, but only because we were an hour early. Alyssa was eating supper, so a little late getting here, which is fine. It's not a big deal.
No, it's just funny to watch who is actually like getting notifications off of certain apps.
Right. Hi, Kathy.
Hey, Kathy.
Alyssa, I was also late, but I was editing and uploading my video. See, this is what happens when we decide to go early. Everybody else is doing things.
Yes, but then, but you know, we gotta have to start going earlier because when baby gets here, things are gonna change. So,
Dang it,
just
Ryan. Get with the schedule.
no, because Mama has a certain schedule.
I'm
I'll
kidding.
have to get off at 9. So if you want me for the full 3 hours, because we had this conversation,
I
you
know.
want you want to go earlier. That's just the rule.
I know. I'm making jokes.
Don't go blaming my baby because you can't get your life together. He ain't even here to defend himself and cry out at you.
Yeah, don't go making mom sick because you're mad at me. Because that's what would happen.
Actually, I've had a fairly decent week. But I realize I do better once I know, like, I'm getting my daily water intake. Because, like, there was a time for a while that I was craving Cokes, and I had to feed the craving. And then, like, my acid reflux was messing up because of that. But also making, the switch from white rice to brown rice. Yeah. That's an old thing, like, my mom all told me. Because I told her, I was like, I can't eat rice and gravy. And she was like, well, what rice are you eating? I said, white rice. She said, baby, pregnant women don't need to be eating white rice. Because if it's not cooked all the way, that stuff can tear you up and cause you to get very, very sick.
Right? Hey, Echo. Hey, Heather.
Hello. Thank you.
You're just learning to crochet. You got this. We all started somewhere. Something you notice in your area is the wool production has went up, especially with the old-time heritage breeds, with sock making and different wool making techniques. Have you guys noticed this? I have not, simply because I don't use like expensive fibers. I mean, for the most part, what I use are synthetic fibers. Heather, I would very much recommend learning like the basics. Like just make a couple washcloths, learning a single crochet stitch and stuff like that before learning to make animals, because it really truly helps with the understanding of it all to learn the basics before anything else.
Yeah,
Well,
as we were talking about all those dates, I realized I was like, you know, we got all this time. But then I was like, wait, we realistically, it's already the halfway through February. I was like, we really don't have that much time.
no. Alyssa says, don't be like me and go from half a dozen headbands to straight into animals. I mean, half a dozen, that's still 6 headbands. That's not a bad thing. But it does help you learn your tension and stuff like that. And like how to read a pattern, and because reading a pattern for crochet animals can be a bit tricky if you don't have any kind of basis. But following a tutorial would be a really great idea on YouTube. I don't recommend Woobles kits personally, and Echo, you are the exception. You are not the traditional person, which is why you don't follow the traditional paths. But it's good to be, I guess, on a path. Now my mind can't get off of that thought process.
Same thing for me. Because I started with an animal.
You did. But your tension tells a story.
Yeah, but my tension has also gotten a lot better. I had that
It
first
does.
So, see, here was the thing. I had the yarn. So I did that, and then once like I realized I had holes in things, I read in the patterns about tension. I was like, well, let me go look up tension. So then I grabbed some scrap yarn, 2 new balls of yarn I had, and I started doing the single crochets. So that is it. But now I will still say my tension is way better than what it used to be.
Oh yeah.
Because I looked at somebody today and they were set up at a market, and it wasn't like a close up of the picture of the product, but from the picture, you could see the holes in the projects. I was like, no.
Yeah.
It was different if it's just like 1 or 2 in like random places, but it was like you could tell where they decreased in the neck. It was all.
Yeah.
I was like, no.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because it reminded me of my first octo.
I mean, don't get me wrong, my first projects were not pretty. If it weren't for the fact that I started learning how to make wearables before I ever started touching an animal, like I would have been right there with you guys, especially with that. Because it does happen, people are learning to make animals before other things. But I just always recommend the process. Get your consistency down before jumping into it, because people will start to make animals and they look all wonky because of the holes and the tension being all weird and stuff. And a lot of times people get discouraged and they're like, I don't ever want to do this. This is ugly. Like, I'm not any good at this. And you don't really get there if you start with the mentality of like, I need to learn to make my stitches good before doing this. It's not going to turn out perfect first time you make it. Also, hi Crochet Queen, I saw you pop in. Lisa's making a willow top currently. Nathalie has her first 2-day market. Any idea of small stuff I can make? I can tell you, I just put out a part 2 video of my bestsellers, and like all of them, except for I think 2, are free patterns on Instagram. I highly recommend checking that out. There are like 21 patterns or something on it, and I would start with all of those. And most of them I sell for under $20. So, Heather, if you find some YouTube tutorials that show the pattern instructions on them, and you follow along with the written pattern at the same time, a lot of times that can help you how to read a pattern. Echo doesn't have the attention span for washcloths or blankets. I can understand that. Kaylee, is it raining where you are, or is your AC on?
I have a heater.
Or your heater? Okay. It's given a little bit of feedback, so it sounds like rain.
Mm-mm. Nah, y'all would know if it was raining.
Probably. It sounds like a little bit.
You can actually hear it in this room, but most of the time, my heater's not this close to me.
Mm-hmm. Oh, crap. What up? Alyssa said, I could never figure out the half double crochet and double crochet and still trouble. Or struggle, not trouble. Thank you, Echo. Those are my little froggies. Yeah, Lisa, I'm kind of the same. I saw someone not super long ago who was selling some crochet stuff at a booth, and at least with the plush yarn, if you do have tension that's kind of off and leaves gapping, you're less likely to see it because it is so fluffy. But these things were done with like acrylic yarn and really thin 4-weight yarn, and you could just there were gaps all through it, and it's like it's a process. I feel like most people start there. Crochet Queen, I'm doing well. I feel like I need some coffee at the moment. 8:30 at night.
Yeah. I will say this, though. Had I not started out with this plush yarn, I would have never made a wearable. And, like, I would have never done as well with yours as I did. Because with yours, there were no holes in that yarn. In that top, I mean, it was like, he was like, dang. Cause he was like, that looks really good, cause I normally don't work with that yarn. And he saw me sitting there, like, I was so, like, working on it, and he was like, that is turning out really well. And a lot of the kids were like, dang, that's a lot different than your other stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean,
That's a good thing, though.
that's what I'm saying. Like, so, like, even though I started out with animals, it's that either way, my attention is still better because I took the time to learn everything.
Mm-hmm. Oh, thank you, Christopher. Yeah, we had some of the baby leggy froggies at the fair last year, and they did do well. Lisa says, Heather, some YouTube tutorials help with reading patterns. Echo said, I had a person walk into my booth and tell me she'd never seen anyone make plushies without holes, and insisted it was impossible while actively looking at mine. That's so frustrating. Like, I understand that people assume that anything that is homemade, like handmade, homemade, made at home, whatever, is not going to be perfect. But that also doesn't mean diminish somebody's skill because they actually are good at the craft, like, because of practice, because of skill, because of effort put into it. Like, it's never gonna be perfect, but that's frustrating, Echo. Erin says that she started with blankets and moved on from there. Her first blanket came out super crooked, but it helped me learn how to keep a straight line. I feel like so I spent a long time making granny squares. And then like I started learning how to read a pattern through one of those I'm glad you're still here, Bama. I was reading one of those Barbie dress pattern books, and that's how I learned how to make a hat because when you make a Barbie dress, the bell of the dress and a yarn and a hook that's far bigger because at that time I had no idea what tension and gauge was. It turns that Barbie dress into something that fits on your head. You just got to sew that hole shut at the top and you're fine. Um, you learn things along the way. But my mom started making a crocheted blanket and she'd made the blanket a bunch of times before. So in the pattern repeat from it was a single, a half double, a double, repeat, and then you would end on a single. And then on the next row, you would do it backwards, basically. So a single would be over a double, a half would be over a half, and a double would be over a single. So you would start with a double, end with a double. And she had made this blanket before, and this time when she did it, like she must have lost count or something. And as she made the blanket, it just grew outwards. It turned into like a trapezoid. And it was so big on one side and so narrow on the other. And she's like, I hate it. But she couldn't bring herself to rip it out. So she literally hung it up on like a blanket rack. No, but it wasn't a zigzag, not a chevron blanket, but it was like a textural thing. So like I don't know, I'll have to do it up like a little square or something at some point. But she hung it up on a blanket rack and folded it just right so that way you couldn't see the shape of it. And it was there for a long, long time. Eventually, we did rip it out and use the yarn for other things, but it was just funny. Yes, natural fiber is very different than synthetic fiber. Natural fiber, they're going to be your fibers that come from plants and animals. Synthetic fibers are essentially plastic at the base. But even though it's plastic, it's still very soft. But it's easier to wash a lot of times. It doesn't cause allergies to people a lot of times, and it's way cheaper. Napoli, I hope it helps. Echo's boyfriend did different stitches in 10-row blocks on a blanket he made. Which that's also good too. A lot of times those are called stitch sampler afghans. They also do them in like squares, kind of like a granny square, but not. You do so many stitches wide and so many rows tall, and all the squares end up the same size. Alyssa sees the pink ball and wants to come and steal it. The pink yarn ball?
She must be talking about you because she can't see mine.
Is there one behind you?
No. Cat, look behind your head. If you're looking looking into the screen, I can see it.
Look, I mean, I can see mine, yeah, but she said Haley.
I don't
On
know
the
why
wall.
you see mine.
Does she mean? Ball? I can't see that.
What pink ball?
Against the other wall at the very top underneath the green, your pink multicolor looks pink. Is that what you mean, Alyssa?
Hello, baby boy. If y'all can't tell, I don't have much pink in my collection.
I have lots of pink in mine.
I have probably 3 skeins.
She says on the right side, 2 under the blue. So that looks like that weird purple. The one that's the same color as your pillow. On the right side.
Now, I'm worried about your eyesight. Because that's not the color, Cat.
What is it? I can't. Echo says it looks red to her. Did it kind of looks like that weird purple underneath, 2 under the blue.
Alright. Here's the blue. Here's the blue. Here's the blue. This is red.
Yeah, that one that you're touching.
That's red.
Is it?
How are y'all even saying that's pink or purple? Y'all make me need a drink. You make me need a drink.
Yours
straight up.
Listen.
Straight up.
Yours.
I'm looking at my phone. That is red. Like what the
on the computer it looks purple. It looks a little darker in your room and it's giving a yellow tinge in the light. So, and Lisa says it's definitely red. I don't know. Do I have a blue light screen on?
That's what I'm saying to y'all. Like, I'm looking at my screen, not looking back here. That's why I was confused. Like, pink? Where? I mean, like, I know I got a very, very light pink up there, and I know I've got these pinks right here. But, like, over here, this is red. Like, I can look on my screen and see what there's red. And see, like, my head blocks on the camera these two, so that's why I was like,
yeah.
Wait, what? Did I move? Did you see the pink then? Like, which pink are you talking about? That's why I'm looking back here, because that's where my pink is. Pink there, pink there, pink there, pink there. And then I have this one random strand of pink, ball of pink up here, but to me that's not pink. That's a red violet.
See, Erin, I was seeing it as a pink fuchsia as well, like really dark. But it looks more pink than it does red to me. But I think it's like your screen on my phone is giving off a yellow tint to it.
Oh yeah, it's giving off a yellow tint on mine. I can definitely tell that my light is yellow, but I can definitely tell that is red. Cat, I have learned your eyesight when it comes to colors is not great because you said my pillow was pink.
Look.
That's red.
It doesn't look red though.
That's red.
And on top of that, I have this the bar thing on the side of my screen. So the flip the camera thing, the mic thing, all that, and I can't minimize it. It won't go away. So it's also kind of covering it. But on the computer, it's really dark. So I can't see it hardly at all on the computer.
I'm with Lisa. Y'all need to get your eyes checked.
But I wear glasses, okay?
I'm just saying, I'm thinking there's color blindness going on there. Like,
this is red.
That's bright red.
It's still red.
Okay. This is still red.
I don't know.
I'm telling you. But now, let me say this. How many of you are actual drawers and you've spent your entire life drawing?
Is this the red? Is this
No.
what it was there?
Okay, so see, your red is a different shade than my red. This is that Bernat red.
Well, this is also a Bernat red. That's why I'm like, is it?
I don't think it's the same shade.
There's crimson red and race car red. So
Well, it's
maybe
not race car. I know that.
when I
My
think that
race
this is
car
crimson.
is rough. But now I will say I've had this red for quite a while, so it's probably that. But I don't think it. You're saying it's my light. I don't think it's my light. What I'm thinking y'all are having a problem is that there's a shade right here with this blocking the light.
Probably.
Maybe that's casting it. But I swear, you still just need to get your eyes shut because you see several things, and I'm like, no. What? What are you talking about?
Yeah, like to me, like this is mauve,
Yeah, that is mauve.
and you are wearing like a lavender purple.
More periwinkle and lavender mixed. Because it's not lavender, it's not periwinkle. Because when I
Somewhere
think of
between.
lavender, it's just, it doesn't give the right lavender shade.
Okay.
It's more of a dull lavender, is what I'm trying to say.
I don't know. I
It's a
did have.
dull lavender. You know, some lavenders that you see are very bright. Oh, I wish I had one.
I have one in this bag somewhere.
Because like
You know the
if I think of Parfait Chunky, their lavender is yeah, like a smoky lavender. Yeah.
okay. Evidently, I
No,
need to
Alyssa,
get.
you're good. It's just I don't trust Kat's opinion on any of the colors. And I say this because she has said several different things, and I'm like, what?
I don't know. I don't know.
You know, I'm that person that I spent like money at Christmas time. I got the big box of color pencils that had every shade, every color, and I would get it in all different kinds of brands, and I would compare them. Like, that's not the right shade. That's not the right shade I'm looking for. And I would color it in because like I had all the colors and the adult coloring books. Like I had all of
Mhm.
those, and I was picking things for like, and it was the Disney stuff. So like those colors had to be like on point. You
Right.
get that type of level, you think everybody else is off.
Listen,
I think you're all off except for Lisa. Me and Lisa, we vibing right now because she says
I
it's
am.
red. We agree.
I
I'm
am
just
not
glad
a
somebody's got
drawer.
their eyes on straight.
I am not a drawer or a colorer. My color experience is in yarn. Um, and yeah, Lisa, the little red ball that I was holding up is race car red. Um, but like I've also got crimson back there too. But
That's why I'm saying mine's crimson because I've got Poppy right here in the Premier Basics. Like this. Like to me, race car is this red. It's this shade.
it's similar. It's different though. Because
Like I go to say, I worry about your color. That
Poppy,
is
Poppy
okay.
and
Now hold
Puff,
that and compare it to yours. Hold them up together.
they're different.
Oh, your race car is different. Why is it different?
Right.
My race car's not that shade. My race car is like almost identical.
I'm gonna say my like these are, and I know my coloring is different too because my light is bright. But like, because this is even darker than it's showing up. I guess more like that.
Yeah, but I know that this right here, this is crimson. Because I used up all the race car I had years ago. Like, going into 2024, I used it because I bought it in 2023.
Wait a minute. Okay. Nope. Listen. So the ball that I was holding up is crimson. This is race car red. This is poppy red.
Yeah.
And race car red is giving off a little more of like a purpley, not purpley, pinkish color than like true red.
Yeah. I don't know, your light throws me off having it right beside you.
Does
Yeah,
that
there's
help?
a more truer. Yeah, that's a more truer look. Yeah. Because I knew, like, crimson and race car are actually not that far off.
And I see a big difference between these two myself.
See, to me, crimson is a more richer color. Race car is not. Race car is not a rich color.
Right, it's dull.
And that's why. Because if you were to make this one brighter, I guarantee you it would almost identically match crimson. It's the same red. You have the dull version and the bright version.
Weird.
I'm telling you.
Right, Echo? So true. Like, you put all of these shades in front of a freaking man. No, they're all red.
But Cody is the opposite. Cody's kind of like me. Yeah, that's red, but that one's definitely brighter. Because he's learned. I'm that person. He has learned. I'm like, if I ask you which one of these looks the most red, he's gonna tell you his honest opinion. Mm-hmm. Sorry guys, didn't mean to do that, but I just say that to say I don't trust cats' color naming things.
Rude.
That's not rude, that's being honest.
Rude.
That's being honest.
Oh, man.
See, y'all, this just goes to tell you. Sometimes Cat can't even take my own criticism.
I'm playing. I'm playing.
Messing with you, calm down.
Echo says my boyfriend would notice, my husband would notice before he lost his sight. My girlfriend would not notice. Fair. Fair.
Yeah, see, all the women I work with would not notice. They would all be like the guys. They'd be like, that's red. That's red. This is purple. This is this. I'm like, I worry about all of y'all.
Yeah, I don't know the names to a lot of different shades of colors, but I mean, if I know the yarn color, I can help with that. Constructive criticism. It's
You
more
can't be
tactile.
my friend unless you can take constructive criticism.
That's fair.
I swear to y'all, I tell you no lie. I have 4 female friends that have my number, and I still have to worry about one of them. Not Kat, but my newest friend who got married. I have to worry about her sometimes, you know. But we have blunt conversations about other things, about religion and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Conversations me and Kat don't have in common.
It's just better off, you know? Like, what's the point?
Well, I mean, it's not that. It's just that's just what we have conversations about. It's just That's the friendship we have. You know, I'm not going to talk with you about all the dancing I used to do because you wouldn't know that. But guess what? My best friend texts me like, girl, can you still drop it like it's hot? I can be like, I can still bend all the way backwards and touch the palms of my feet.
Listen. I used to dance.
But you're not going to know that about me.
I'm just saying. I used to dance. I can have that conversation.
No, it would be weird because you're not there. You weren't there. Like,
yeah.
You remember my brother just watching you do the thing. Mine's got about 9 minutes and then it'll do it.
Mm-hmm.
And then like be like, you remember me, you and my brother dancing on this truck and this, that, and you couldn't have those conversations because you weren't there.
That's true.
That's what I'm talking about. Like things I did back in the day, you wouldn't know anything about because you didn't experience those things with me. Now her, on the other hand, we did.
Right.
Like at 16 years old, drinking homemade moonshine. So, you know.
So I was not in dance. I'm just saying I could dance.
Oh
now,
yeah,
my body says to hell with that. Which you get, I see, now that I finished reading it. Right? Learning new stuff about Haley every day.
Everybody thinks I'm a saint until like senior year of high school, and when we were having a conversation in history class, teachers stepped outside and they were like, Haley, are you coming to the party? I said, no, I plan on going home and getting drunk on that night. What you talking about? I ain't got to drive. I'm going to Jackson. You going to Jackson? What? Why are you going to Jackson? I said, ain't none of your business. Now keep your mouth shut. Here comes the teacher. And about that time, he walked back in. Haley, what you over there talking about? Nothing. You really want to know? He said, nope. I didn't ask that question.
Right? Said, don't ask questions you don't want the answers to.
I said, see, you're learning. He's like, I can just imagine. I don't want to know. Because if your mama calls me, I don't know anything. And that's the way we're going to leave it. I said, exactly.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So,
I think the gentleman just got home. Hi, Maria.
Hello, Maria. Ma'am, boy, let's say this. I have a high alcohol tolerance. A very high alcohol tolerance. So when drinking does make me happy and it does make me talkative, but that don't always mean I'm drunk. Because my parents assume that. And like my mom, the first time we went with my dad and Cody and them, I started getting that way and she was like, you're drunk. And I'm like, no, I'm not. Not anywhere near close. So then me and her took a girl's trip. And she realized like how much I could drink. And she was like, oh, that first time was nothing. I said, I told you. I said, Mama, I have a high alcohol tolerance.
I've had some practice, Mama.
I don't know to be honest with you, if me and Kat were to go to the same high school, if we were the same age, I don't know that. Because if she come up to me, I would literally take 2 feet back and be like, whoa. Bubble, man.
I was a different
She would see that quiet person drawing in the background, just mind her own business. She would come over and be like, that's a person that needs to talk. I feel like she's got a lot to say because that's exactly what she did in this crochet group.
To be fair, though, I was a different person in high school. Like, I had a very small circle of friends, and I was friends with all of them because we became friends in like 7th grade. And there were a few of them that we collected over the years, new kids to school that, quiet, they become friends with the guys. and I was like the girl of the guy group. So it depends. Like, do I think that we could have gotten along? Yes, because I think in a lot of ways you're very similar to um the my friend Janet and my friend Kathy that I used to have, but in different ways. Um, but I was a lot more sensitive in high school. So, like, although I would have understood your sense of humor, it probably would have hurt my feelings very easily until
See,
senior year. And then senior year was my fuck everything year. I don't care about shit.
see, that was my thing. Like, I was sensitive and I would know, like, I would read your vibe before you even took 2 steps near me. And be like, nah, man, I got one female friend, I'm good.
Mm-hmm. I was the same way.
And no offense, the guys be like, hey, come hang out with us. And I would see you standing there, holla at you later, boys. And I would cut out real quickly. Swerve, skirt, no thank you. Because I would literally be able to, before I even got close to you, be like, oh, nope, she can't handle my criticism. I read the room in the crochet circle. Okay, nope, 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 definitely not. Oh, no. Keep your distance. Like, you need to keep 20 feet. Like,
Yeah.
I read you all like that. No, no hard feelings, but just some of y'all, if I didn't talk to you first off, there was reasons. There was reasons. Even now, that's why I'm cutting back a whole lot. Like, I don't like the fact that some of the things the cat has been told. And I'm in my I don't give a fuck. I'm about to be a mama era. You can all kiss my ass era. And that's just how I'm feeling right now. And so my best friend texts us, here's all about it. She's like, I worry about that group you're in. And I said, I'm good.
Your phone only made it 7 minutes.
Yeah. It normally does that 2-hour mark.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't want anybody to feel intimidated by me. That that's not the vibe I give. I'm just I wear my heart on my sleeve. If you fuck with me, you're liable to find out something really hurtful about yourself. And it's typically an opinion I have of you. Like, I hurt my best friend because I wouldn't talk to her for a while. And, like, I quit reaching out and stuff. And if anybody knows me, like, I reach out daily to my friends and check in. And I quit reaching out to her. And she was too afraid to reach out to me because she didn't want to hear the truthfulness I was going to give her. And I said, I don't have anything to give you anymore. I said, bitch, I lived my own life. You don't want to be there? That's fine. You could have just said so. You didn't have to go and disappear. And there are times I leave her speechless, you know. So no, that's just me. Like, that's me cold-heartedly. Like, I'm not any different than I was in high school. Like, I'm still sensitive, but if you're just not a person I vibe with, we just don't vibe.
Yeah.
I mean, I can be nice and be sociable now, but in high school, oh no, that was not a thing. If you didn't fit in my circle, the only time you worked with me is when I was forced to in the group project,
Mm-hmm.
which would not end well. Like, that's the
It's just
bluntness.
Yeah. At my last job, people didn't like me because I was a bit, but it was just because they wouldn't do their jobs correctly the first time. That's true.
Yeah. But no.
Thank you, Lisa. I didn't get there fast enough. Yeah, I don't know. I was definitely that like quiet kid in school. Um, Kathy was she was the mouthpiece. She was the backbone. She was that person, and I was not. I was still very much ruled by trauma. But at the same time, being friends with her, being friends with the people that I was friends with, got me made fun of frequently. So it is what it is. But I don't know. I tried to socialize with people. I tried to be nice to people that, like, you could tell kind of needed it because you hate to be the person that nobody wants to talk to, or when they do, all they do is make fun of you. But once I got to senior year, I realized that, I didn't need a mouthpiece. I could be my own. I didn't need somebody else's spine. I could have my own. And at that point, it was just like, nobody's going to be over here hurting my feelings because I don't care. Like, I could really not care less. I have a hard time sometimes with how people view me at first. I know that sometimes people see me as a weirdo in a bad way because my social skills aren't always the best. But once you realize I mean no harm, I feel like people end up loving me. Sometimes I feel like, it depends on the person at the end of the day. People who have good hearts, but everybody's tastes are different. That's the big thing. I definitely I know that there are people out there who do not like me, do not like the way that I come across, do not like that I talk to them. Nothing. That's like, okay, that's fine. Yeah, I was not a jock, Lisa, at all. I was a basketball cheerleader for a short period of time, but basketball cheerleaders in our school got bullied um, because you were either a real cheerleader, which were the football cheerleaders, or you weren't. Um, then I was in marching band, but I couldn't even play an instrument, so that was more just for a social something to do. So made fun of for that because I was a band geek and an extra band geek because I couldn't even play. But then the friends that I chose we referred to each other as the misfits of the misfit because we couldn't be friends with anybody but ourselves, but each other, because we didn't fit in anywhere else. Sawboss, crochet looks therapeutic. It can be. Finished my red frog.
Yeah. I learned a really, really long time ago. 7th grade really is when it was that, people either like you or they don't. And I was one of those ones where I could care less. I don't care if you like me or not. It's not my priority for you to like me. But, just don't open your mouth. Keep your opinion to yourself. I went from being the cheerleader who literally everybody wanted to look after because she was the smallest one to go around and hitting the tennis ball. And, like, that group of guys were like, whoa, hey, how you doing? And I was like, no, thank you, goodbye. Let me run. Well, and that's because they were either juniors or seniors, and our grade was not the best coming up. I mean, we did have somebody get pregnant in 7th grade, so I was like, ha, my daddy would kill you. You okay?
Echo, I was just gonna say, Echo, I imagine that your comment being hidden was an accident. Bama said, I was told I was a bastard by my baby mama, so I'm real. I'll tell you exactly what I feel. She got butt for. That's funny. Echo says, I was an openly bisexual theater kid in a very conservative hick town with only one high school. Right. But she didn't say anything that needed her comment to be deleted, Bama. Alyssa says, my only friends are online. Real friends walked away because of how I am. It's sad, but then you know who your real friends are. Yeah. For real. I don't understand that because from what we've gotten to know from you, like, you're a pretty great person. So I just find that so weird. Lisa says, I did 14 years of indoor soccer, 11 years of softball, 4 years of powder puff, since girls weren't allowed to play football, and 6 years of volleyball. Dude. Yeah. Echo is one of us. Sawboss says some of the most hurtful things happen as children. 100%. 100%.
That is why I'm so nervous to be having a little boy.
Yeah.
No, because my dad, of how he treated my brother. So my dad was the one, he wanted the girl. He was so sure DJ was going to be a girl. So sure. Well, he did not end up being the girl, obviously. So the next time when I finally came, after my mom had a miscarriage, I came, I was great. His first name is Daniel. My middle name is Danielle. So if that tells you nothing about, like, where my parents fell with things, then on top of that, would buy me everything and would not get DJ stuff. And then my little cousin came along when I was 6. Well, then he got really big into camo, wanting things from Bass Pro Shop. Well, my dad would spoil him. And DJ held a resentment because of a lot of that. So now I'm getting ready to have a little boy, and my dad has already bought 4 outfits, a blanket. They have the crib already set up. He bought my diaper bag and the rug for the room. And yeah, we're gonna see how well this plays out.
Well, I hope that your brother doesn't end up resenting his nephew, because that would be sad.
Yeah, I kind of had to tell my mom, I'm like, I don't mind that Dad does things. I said, but I am going to tell you this. If it causes up drama with DJ, either you'll say something or I will.
Mm-hmm.
Either you will have that conversation with him or I will have a conversation with him. And you know which way it's going to go if you have that conversation or you know if I have that conversation. It's just one of those things.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Good night, Aaron. I don't know if you're still here.
Yes, good night, Aaron.
Alyssa said I was just a girl that doesn't sleep around and party like they did, so I wasn't cool enough. That's fair. That was definitely one of the reasons why I was on the outskirts. I remember being bullied in 8th grade and accused of stuffing my bra. And being made fun of because the other girls had had inappropriate, I don't know if it would be second or third base scenarios, and I was not anywhere close to that. I didn't even want to hug a boy, let alone anything else. So I'm with you. I get it. Echo did martial arts, demolition derby, barrel racing. Echo, we probably would have been friends. I did not do those things, but I was intrigued by other people doing those things. Echo said I held a resentment against my nieces and nephews because they always got so many gifts. Found out on my 18th birthday that I was adopted, so that's why so much was done with them and not for me. That's still not okay, though. Like, if you adopt kids for any reason, you should be treating them as if they're your own blood. You know, don't do anything different with them that you wouldn't do with your own kids. Or let somebody else adopt them.
Girls are just as gross as boys, though. I will tell you that much. I've worked in a daycare. Would I rather the disgustingness come from a boy than a girl? Yes. Because with a girl, it just, the way they say things and they belittle, they don't understand the things that they say, and I'm like, baby, I'm gonna need you not to do that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Lisa, you're right. And I don't like it. I disagree with it a lot. Or people who adopt only to keep a child in the family. Like, if that child's going to be better off in somebody else's family and treated better, let them go. They treated me like a child, not a grandchild. Grandchildren got spoiled. I was adopted by my grandparents, but not told until 18. Right. I remember you saying that. It's just frustrating. They shouldn't have treated you any different than any of the other kids in their life. Lisa says Mason's in a phase that he will run up to me and lift a butt cheek up with his hand and farts at me. Oh, that's funny. Kathy says my gram raised me, and let me tell you, I had the most horrid upbringing. I'm the oldest of 6 girls. My gram was very abusive, and my mother just kept popping out kids. I'm sorry. That's not okay. Right. Yeah, Echo. It could have been a whole different thing if they didn't keep it a secret. Like, you would have understood better. Lisa says my mom and sister saw him do it multiple times a day, and they were just laughing at him. Right? He's only 3, so it's funny. It is. To be fair, it's funny when an adult does it too, if you're watching it on a video and it doesn't happen to you. Like, I watched a prank video where this guy is just like he has, like, a fart can, so he's not actually doing it, but he would literally run up on groups of women and, like, jump up on one leg and aim his butt at them and like, do the fart can, and it sounds like he's ripping ass in the loudest way, and the girls are, like, dying, like, collapsing on the ground, dying. And they just get all the reaction, it's so funny. Baba says, "I don't like that either, fostering, adopting for money, but it's better than being in a home or orphanage." That's true, to an extent. There's no there's no perfect answer for it, you know? You can't completely cut something out because you're cutting out a lot of good experiences with the bad. Like, there's no perfect answer. Echo says, "I have 3 half sisters, and my aunt has always been an older sister. Her kids were only 2 and 6 years younger than me. My half sisters are 2 and 5 years younger, so we were all in the same age group." Man, oh man. And since having the 2 boys, it's made me more and more interested in adopting, but specifically adopting a little girl, which also has its own, like, ethical dilemmas, you know? Like, it should be about, taking home a child and stuff like that, but for me, it's definitely like, I want a little girl. I do not want a little boy. I have 2 of them, they're terrors already. Echo says, "I didn't understand why they got gifts from their parents, their grandparents on both sides, plus whatever other Christmas parties they got to go to, but I just had the one Christmas, the one birthday, etc. At any given gift holiday, my younger siblings' cousins would get at
Yeah.
least a dozen gifts each, and I'd get 3." That would be really tough. That's awesome, Echo. I don't intend on remarrying, though. That would require my current marriage to end, and, I think I'll keep him. Right. Yeah, I mean, Chris is one of 6 boys. Hey, I think he's a keeper. He I think he's a good one. He's crazy for wanting to be outside when it's cold, but other than that, get back.
Yeah.
Yeah, lots of testosterone. I am crocheting baby froggies.
Mice. I'm on my
Hi,
fourth
Daniel.
one.
I know, I think it got up to like 50 today too. I don't understand where they were fishing. What's up? What? Archer came in. So you guys went fishing today?
I don't know, but
That's and stuff.
I need you to unlock the sign. Because I was literally in the middle of walking my truck. And it's a thing.
Hang on a second.
Why is the door all chewed up? Like someone's chewing on wood. See?
It's probably from Simba when we was first living here.
Wait, he chewed on wood?
No, he would try to dig his way out.
Wait, you would make him stay in here?
No, but he would get shut in here every once in a while.
Wow.
Trent!
Dad said I look funny this way. Do I?
You do. Hello! Oh. Yes, Archer.
I'm gonna run on the treadmill.
No, you're not.
Oh.
I'm on live. Goodbye.
Goodbye. Bye. Bye. Bye.
I believe that Haley was just making a bobble stitch. Oh no, Echo! She accidentally sewed her stitch marker inside of her puffy.
Yeah, I do the color change for the bobble differently, where you
Yeah.
don't see the other color. So that's
Same.
probably what y'all were looking at. It just gives it a cleaner look.
I agree. That happens to you all the time. A bobble stitch is what is making the foot of her mouse. For those of you who just joined, don't forget to like the live. Don't forget to subscribe my channel and Haley's. Haley is my co-host this evening. Same with every Sunday. We both put out crochet videos, stuff like that. But yeah, Haley's Design Studio, and her name is Haley.
Hi.
Trent was the one on with us yesterday at the market and dropped $40 in super chats. Right?
All right.
Covered my booth fee for the day. Yes, right? Haley's Design Studio is definitely run by Agatha. How did the rest of the day go? I ultimately sold 16 items, making like $250. So, I mean, could have been worse. Could have been like last weekend where I only sold 2 things. But eh, I've definitely had better events. But I was able to fill my gas tank, buy some Red Bull, buy some cat food, and buy myself food. Also, I guess cat food.
Here's a quick question for you.
Yes.
On our road trip, do I need to stop and pick up a thing of Red Bull before I head to come pick you up?
No.
I mean, you're gonna be down here a week.
I mean, we can stop at any point, and I can stop and get it. Well, I mean, you would have to stop driving the car, but
Yeah. Okay.
I did not get my hair did. This is just my hair.
I'm ready to go get my hair colored.
Yeah.
I'm getting red put back in it.
Nice. Ha 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 ha, Trent. So funny.
All the kids said I should get blonde streaks, and I'm like, y'all, I don't look good blonde. I've never looked good blonde.
I don't know.
No, I don't do blonde.
I mean, the red.
I mean, everybody says it would look great.
The red looks good. Another little froggy. Echo has all the stuff to color her hair. Just gotta find a day when she's got the energy. Aiden is making a blanket for their cat. Nice. Daniel is making a blanket with black glitter yarn. Do you hate yourself, Daniel? You chose black and glitter. Glitter's not so bad in any other color, but glitter with black would make it even harder to see, I feel like. Ugh. Echo says I'm doing black cherry with chocolate brown shadow root. Are you doing it yourself? That sounds difficult. Alyssa's gonna get her hair colored again, but back to natural color. Done with the color changes. What is your natural color? Blonde? Hi, Lily. Welcome back. Echo says, yes, I've been doing my own hair color since I was a teen. I can't do more than one color. Trent says, too complicated. Just go with purple. I have dyed my hair purple before. Alyssa, you were a bleach blonde a year ago? Really? Your natural was blonde when you were a kid, but now it's like a mousy brown. Okay. My hair is very much black brown. Echo says, when it's more than 2 colors, I'll get help because my shoulders won't do that long of a process. Makes sense. No man has ever said mousy brown. Well, it's a good thing she's not a man then. Yes, I would like to see Alyssa. I need to go get a cup of coffee, and I believe that my mother-in-law asked me to get something for her if I can. There it goes. She needs me to unhide the peppermint patties.
What time is it?
9:40.
Yeah, you got 20 minutes then, because then I'm getting off.
That's true.
So you decide now, are you going to be gone the whole 20 minutes?
No, because I'm not brewing the coffee. I'm just going to pour it from the carafe. But yes, I know that it is PM. I am aware. I will be stealing the coffee from my mother-in-law's pot, which is half caffeinated.
I have made 4 mice. I'm on my 5th one.
I have made 4 frogs. I'm losing them. There. All right, I'll be back. Enjoy the dirtiness of my background.
I was born with black hair, now fell out and turned bleach blonde. Now it's slowly getting darker. I crushed those beans. Yeah, I was born with solid blonde hair. So fine. That you couldn't see it. It was like I didn't have any hair. It took a really, really long time for it to grow. When it did start growing, I did not get shoulder length hair until I was like 4 years old. Because it just took that long to grow. But then by the time I was 4, it was, well, I'll say by the time I started kindergarten, it was completely this color. Yeah. Although, I will say this, it was like it was completely straight. So it wasn't fuzzy, like it was just like laying down flat. Like it wasn't even there. Like you couldn't tell that was there. Yeah. Yep. Hmm. Yeah, we're talking about like genetics and Punnett squares and stuff and things that are being inherited in their biology classes. And I told one of them, I said, well, for some of us, we end up with a different hair color the older we get. And they're like, what? I said, yeah, hair can go from light to dark or from dark to light. So they're like, what does that? I said, I don't know. Sounds like a good question for you to go look up. My kids were both that way until about 3, then everything got thick and dark. Yeah. But the girls have curly hair. Mason has bone straight hair like his dad. Yeah, my hair was completely straight as a board until I hit 10. Then I hit 10, I started getting waves and curls and frizz and all the things. And I was so mad. I'm hoping now that my hair is starting to lose a little bit of its curl, it's going to go back to being straight.
Good luck.
I mean, it's not as curly as it used to be. I mean, even now, like, all the curls are right here at the end. Like, look at this piece of hair. Like, it's almost lost this whole bit of curl.
Do you think that it could be because it's longer?
No. No. I've always had this length of hair.
Seems longer.
No. I mean, it's probably longer now because I typically don't have hair that grows this quickly.
Mm-hmm.
Because see, I got this cut. When did I get my hair colored? Normally it takes me a year to get this length.
Mm-hmm.
And it hasn't. And like the fact that it's almost straight in my curls have even started doing this. You
Yeah.
can tell. Yeah, but the curls are now just at the ends, and this is starting to get straight, and I'm so excited. My mom was like, "You're wearing your hair down a lot more." I said, "What do you notice about it?" She's like, "You're losing your curls." I said, "I sure am. I want to go back, go back. Do not, do not kink back up. I'm good."
I
That's why I
hope
wear my hair down a whole lot more. Is because it's losing its curl.
for your sake that it stays this way and does not revert after you have the baby.
But I also think it's the prenatals I'm on as well. I'm on a
Mhm.
very I'm on a very strong prenatal. Like, I'm on the prenatal most women can't take.
Mhm.
So, which then they tell me that that means I can tolerate iron. A lot of women can't take the prenatals because of the iron content in them, but
Nope.
I can. So they're like, that's a really, really, really good sign.
Are you normally anemic?
Mm-mm.
Maybe that's the difference. You know?
I can just take it. I can take strong vitamins.
Mhm.
I can take strong medicine and not get sick from it. There are a lot of people who are anemic that can't.
Yeah.
But no, I'm not anemic. They have tested my iron so many times because of all the teeth work I've had done. So they test it frequently because of that. And they were like, no, you're fine. Because I thought because I got cold very easily that that was the case. And they
Mhm.
were like, no. You could just be a person that doesn't like wind on their arms.
That's true.
She said, and so then they tested my blood one time because my mom did think I was anemic because I started eating ice and chewing gum. And then that's when they took a scan of my teeth and realized my wisdom teeth that were going straight, they were now going this way because they hadn't had broke through yet, but they were looking like they were going straight. And when it was trying to break through, it was pushing on my teeth.
That's
So I
annoying.
was feeling pain. So I was chewing ice and eating ice and chewing gum. And um so yeah.
Hi,
Not
Jason.
really not really absorption issues. I will say though, that most people cannot take iron pills.
Yeah.
Iron is something that is very, like, it basically, what I'm telling you is, that tells you how good of an immune system I have. When I tell y'all that I have a good immune system, that if I've done told the school and all that if they put me on bed rest, I am dying. And they're like, "What do you mean?" I said, I'm telling you, I am dying. If I come up here and start running a fever midday, you need to dial 911. One of you needs to call Cody. The next person needs to call my doctor because I am dying. Because I am
Something
that person that I will either hit the bed and go to sleep once it actually, like, hits me, because when I'm working, I'm so, like, focused, like, I don't worry about sickness. But the second I stop, I'm hitting the ground. It's gonna be an automatic reaction.
Hmm, interesting.
Yeah, um, I don't have that problem with calcium as well.
All right, Trent. What happens if you take too much iron? Are you legitimately asking? Because the legitimate answer is someone is going to have trouble in the bathroom. But if we're being stupid and silly, they're going to get swole. Brings up an interesting question. Um, Brooke says, "Hi, I'm Ragdoll Roll, but I changed my name." Well, hi. Jason says, "How are your Valentines?" I spent mine in Cherokee, North Carolina. I spent my Valentine's Day at a reptile expo.
I spent my day just doing errands and doing all the things. Dropping my scissors. I got 8 minutes left.
Echo says, "Random things you learn in midwifery class." Fair. This brings up an interesting question. Trent says, "How does Iron Man handle it?" I don't know.
I don't know.
I spent mine driving from Portland to Tacoma.
But now I will say this much. The iron that is in prenatals is not the same as taking an actual iron pill. Let me say that. The prenatal I'm on has iron, all the B, for one, it's got B12, which is for iron specifically. But then it has all the other B vitamins. It has vitamin E, A, and C. This one I'm on this time does not have D, but my last one did have vitamin D. They were like, there are just certain vitamins you don't need at certain times. So I was like, okay. And then, that's why, like, they tell people to, like, when you take a prenatal, to know that it's not just iron that is specifically helping you guys with.
Right.
Good night,
Good,
Kathy.
good night, Kathy. What in the Meemaw is this? It's crocheting after dark. Thank you. Echo says, "I had to take extra folic acid because my ex-husband has spina bifida occulta."
Yep.
Trent says, "So Kat, remember when we talked about the other channel I watch and you mentioned it was low energy?" Yes, I do. Yes, it's Crochet and Chat. We do this every Sunday. Come hang out with us. If you give it a chance, you'll have a good time. I do not have anyone scheduled for Wednesday. Realistically, do you know what I need to do? I need to remember to spin the wheel for our last, 2 people. And that's not anything to you 2 people that are left. It's just my brain. This entire chat has been about hair color and iron. Is there any more lively conversation, maybe? Are you saying we're boring? What? Rude.
Well, had you actually gotten on at the right time, you might would have caught the accurate part.
Oh, that's fair. Yeah, you're
So
just at the very end of the hangout here, Trent. Yeah, we're
yeah,
just flowing with the flow.
yeah.
So we actually got on tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern time. I know that I told you 8 p.m. You didn't get here till 9:30 p.m. So you're here in the last 30 minutes. But and each person that I go live with is a different energy too. Like it's I'm kind of beat after yesterday, which definitely I don't understand exactly what's up, but I'm sleepy. Um and my friend here, every day is a different day. But she's got a little baby who's just zapping her of the energy she does have. So and she's kind of a low key person anyways. But like you're catching her right before she's ready to go crawl in bed and die until tomorrow.
Yep.
But every day is different, you know? Like some days we get on here and we get wound up in chat about this, that, or the other. And other days we get on here and we might be boring as hell. And it's fine.
Yeah. I'm gonna tell you, your comment is very I'm glad you come back and say that now, but I will say this much. You're very off a little bit. Trent. Don't you read the room. If it's
Yeah.
not your vibe that night, just like the thing and move on. Or don't like. Your choice. Just don't don't comment on people's energies because that's not a good thing. Especially like since you don't know what we're who is on who. Because that can rub someone the very wrong way. And I will tell you it will rub me the wrong way very quickly and I will get very upset because I don't brag about my pregnancy.
Yeah.
So
Friend, watch your wording, dude. That's not
so
gonna be
please
helpful.
so please help us and leave.
Yeah, like so Haley and I go live every single Sunday. This is our day.
Mom will be quiet. My mouth will get me into trouble. And I know I probably got a kid or two watching this. So
Remember your job, Haley. Remember your job.
they told me that they were gonna catch it one day. And I told them, I
Yeah,
said, you can catch it, just don't comment, because I will not speak to you.
right.
So but yeah.
Yeah. Trent, if tonight's not your night, come check it out a different night. But you're not gonna sit here and be mean to my friend. Like and not like just my friend, but my best friend. Like I mean I yeah, You're not going to do that. We'll be back on Wednesday. On Wednesdays, I go live with other people. But yeah, just don't be mean.
Personally, I don't care. You just don't want to hear what my mouth wants to say right now.
Trent, how else can you read that? You said, please help us and leave? How is that not supposed to be interpreted as rude?
It wasn't even that. It's more of the you can't read the room, so you don't know if someone's like I could be having a really, really, really bad day, and you come in and you comment about my low energy. I could be like, go and do something stupid. I'm not that I'm gonna do that, but yeah, if it's not your type of vibe, like the live and move on. It's not gonna hurt anybody. It's just what it is. I'm not being ugly saying that. I'm being honest. I know I'm not everybody's cup of tea. I don't want to be everybody's cup of tea. I'm not that person.
I'm sorry. This is a serious moment.
I comment about the low energy, you're taking it way too personally. Well, you're taking it. The people in the comments are going based off the conversations me and Kat are having. Just leave. That's all. You know what? You don't have to leave. I'm gonna leave because it's 9:02 and I've got a book to go read for an hour. Just know you don't want to mess with a pregnant woman. Know that the chat follows the conversation that's going on in live. They're not going to get any livelier than what we are. They read the room. My friends know that, hey, Haley's pregnant. She's tired. We're not gonna do this. They follow our lead in the conversations. That's what keeps the conversation going.
Yeah.
So, yes, I did take it personally because you did come off very personally. You came off personally to anybody in the chat who is low energy. So, fuck off. Thank you. Bye, bestie. I got 4 done.
Good night, bestie. I just finished my thing. I have 5 froggies now. I can't hold them all, but they're there. Oh, man. Anyways, on that note, guys, let's see. Rawhead Rex in the comments just wished you a healthy pregnancy.
Thank you.
Yeah. Echo made 2 mushy boys. What did everybody else make? Oh. Okay. Bye, Trent. Good night. Yep. I saw that coming.
I am an asshole. That's okay.
Yeah. Proud to be, right?
Because he's not hurting anybody but himself and you. Like, he's not hurting me.
Yeah.
Anyway, I will talk to you tomorrow because it's a PD day, so that means I get to go out for lunch and not have to clock out for it.
Yay. Enjoy whatever lunch you go and get.
Yeah, I'll probably text you.
Enjoy your book. Trouble the man.
Yeah.
If you enjoy that kind of thing. I don't.
He's dead to the world. He's not gonna know nothing.
Right? See, I enjoy that more. Like, if he's asleep, I might, like, at least scoop my butt to him and just touch him. Just
See,
touch.
one foot. Like I stick my foot out and touch him
Yeah.
because I always lay on my right side.
Right, like just one, whether it's like, my elbow is close enough or my foot's close enough, maybe my butt's close enough, like there's contact. But when you're asleep, because then you won't bother me.
And no, I can't answer that question on live. Just know it's 18 plus.
That's a spicy, spicy book.
Oh yeah.
Maybe Haley should drop the link in the Discord.
Oh no.
You don't want to reveal too much about yourself there?
Oh no. Because Kelly doesn't even know what I'm reading. He looked over my shoulder one day and read part of a page, and he was like, "Oh." I was like, "Did I ask you to read this?" And he was like, "My bad."
That's
Y'all,
funny.
and I read a lot of fan fiction as well. So like it's stories written by other people. So like that stuff you already know gonna get ranchy and get nasty. So
I
so anyways, my book is calling my name. If y'all get in the lounge tomorrow, I might be there. I
okay.
might.
Yeah. I don't know. It depends. The kids don't have school tomorrow.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a long
I know
day.
that I will talk the cat on my way home. But other than that, I don't know what I'm gonna do. So because it's my night to cook. So
Mm.
we're having hamburger helper. So
Nice. We had like kind of spaghetti tonight, but with spiral noodles instead. Like,
see,
yeah.
I'm either a thin spaghetti person or like I'm a bow tie person. I'm not any of the others.
Mm-hmm.
So
That sounds like a good book there. A good book to read, Surrounded by Idiots by Thomas Erickson. Nice.
but
We
thank
can.
you guys for all the likes and stuff. I don't know if Kat's gonna stay on, but I'm gonna take this my cue to leave.
Yes. We are gonna
Are
head
you getting
out.
off?
I'm gonna get off. Yeah. I'm sure I've got some form of YouTube video to catch up on.
You have mine to go watch.
I do. I have my own video also to edit and upload at some point.
Yes. All right. Bye, guys.
Good night. Good night. Morgan, I'm sorry. Come back on Wednesday. Bye, guys. Bye. Don't forget to like the live. Don't forget to subscribe. Do all the things.